Hey, this is Rich Greene. Yard by yard, it's really hard. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. I think that's a great saying because the power of incrementalism is incredible. Small things over long periods of time or longer periods of time can produce tremendous results. I think the power of incrementalism should be applied to almost everything in life, um, especially personal development. If you're trying to change something about yourself, you're trying to learn a new hobby, a new skill, or maybe even get rid of bad habits, trying to do it all at once hardly ever works. It hardly ever works. Have you tried to maybe go on a diet and give up everything that was bad, especially if you had, a lot of things that were bad, and you gave it all up at once, and it didn't last very long? It's because usually people have, grand visions about what they want to do. They got grand plans, and they're great. The problem is they don't know how to go about getting them and accomplishing them. And the right way to do it, the way that you will be most successful, is to break it down into small parts. Yard by yard, it's really hard. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. New Year's Eve resolutions. Did you know that 92% of people who set a New Year's Eve resolution, a goal to accomplish something, they don't achieve it? 92%. That was found by a University of Scranton study. LinkedIn, they did a similar study a few years after that, and they found it to be 89%, still pretty darn high. And the reason is people just don't know how to go about achieving their goals. So think about breaking things down into very small parts. Think about how easy it would be to complete something small, feel real good about your accomplishment, and move on to the next thing. Now, conversely, think about trying to take on a really big chunk of something and then not being able to achieve it and kind of not feeling too good about it. And a lot of times people just give up. That's what they do. They just say it's too hard and they give up. There's that other old saying about how to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So I think incremental learning is a great thing to do. I'm a triathlete, and I do Ironman triathlons. That's, for those of you who don't know what that is, that's a 140-mile race. It's a 2.4-mile swim. Then when you're done with that, you do a 112-mile bike ride. And then when you're done with that bike ride, you put on your running shoes and you run a marathon. Now, the first time I ever did one of those, I didn't just decide to do an Ironman and do it, right? There had to be some incremental steps that happened along the way. Like maybe I needed to be able to run a marathon. Maybe I needed to be able to swim more than 8 laps in a pool before I took on 2.4 miles. So accomplishing small things and then putting them together over a longer period of time, you can produce tremendous results. I'd like you to think about that. When you are ready to do something, when you get a big, audacious, hairy goal, and I want you to have those because they can change your life forever, but I want you to approach it the right way. So break things down into small chunks and then approach it. Final note on that. The pyramids in Egypt, there were a lot of people that worked on those pyramids, a lot of slaves actually that worked on those pyramids. How long do you think it took to build the Great Pyramid of Giza, that ginormous pyramid that you often see in pictures and all sorts of other renditions? 20 years. They estimate it took 20 years. You know how they built it? One block at a time. Now, 20 years. Think about that. What's your pyramid? What could you build in 20 years? Heck, what could you build in 10 years? One block at a time. Think about the kind of building that you want to build. Obviously a metaphor, but think about that and then go after it. One block at a time. Remember the power of incrementalism and how it can apply to your life and how it can make great changes. I hope you'll use it. I hope you'll apply it. And I hope you do great things.